Hello guys, so today I have a very special announcement, announcement that I'm very excited about. Something I never thought I'd actually be part of. And that is I'm part of a podcast. I'm part of the Vowed to Earth Gaming podcast with fellow YouTubers Mr. Killer Hornet and the Combat Fighter. I always saw myself, maybe being a guest host on a podcast. I never thought I'd be part of a podcast. But Mr. Killer Hornet, fellow co-host, was one who approached us about doing a podcast, and we decided, what the heck? And so 4 days later, we recorded our first episode. Now, when you go to our podcast channel, YouTube channel, which I'll put a link to below, the first episode is in 5 parts due to the fact it is a new channel. Once YouTube gives us the approval to do videos over 15 minutes, then we'll put the first episode back up its entirety, and the second episode should be, all together, not separated. Well, honestly, the podcast was a lot of fun. It went more smoother than I thought it would. I just thought you'd be nervous or that stuff, but it actually just went really well. Had a lot of fun. The podcast will have some things you've heard in other podcasts before, maybe talking about recent gaming news that we find interesting, or game releases, pickups, games we've been playing, that stuff in other podcasts. And then the one segment that we do have that a lot of people don't do, and that is Mr. Killer Hornet, my co-host. He loves to play bad video games. So he'll be doing a segment called Bad Video Game of the Month. Right now the podcast is going to be a monthly podcast. Once we get things going a little more and figured out, then maybe we'll think about doing it more often, but for now it is a monthly podcast. And the Combat Fighter, he is the guy who plays more of the current gen games than we do, so he'll be able to do his opinion on the current gen and stuff like that. He's a guy who also, by the way, loves to do perfect in a video game. He loves to play the hardest difficulty, so he's a guy who has to play a game until he gets it all done and perfect. So that's what he brings to our podcast. And I am, of course, the old man of the podcast, the man who was around when the 2600 came out, the man who has been playing more retro than current generation. So if you ever want to hear me talk about video game related stuff that I seem to not do much on this channel, then go check out the podcast. It was a lot of fun. So guys, that's all I really got to say about it for now. I hope you go check it out, and I will talk to you guys again in another video, hopefully shortly. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.